Another week has gone past, and as usual, I have come to fulfill my promise to always impart knowledge on medical laboratory science. The medical laboratory science is a very wide field that covers so many interesting topics. So many courses are involved. And when you talk of virology, the study of viruses, it is a very good, important part of medical laboratory science. And now we have a situation of pox virus more or less becoming an endemic problem. It has not assumed pandemic situation, though it has now been exported to UK and other regions. The world is now a global village. Now whatever is happening in any part of the world can be transferred to any other part if care is not taken, because we all fly from one region to the other. Pox virus has been so endemic in West Africa and Central Africa region. The one that is now ravaging a part of the world is Monkeypox virus. Monkeypox virus is part of the pox virus family, Poxviridae. And the topic I have chosen today is pox virus laboratory diagnosis knowledge, so that we all come to understand the role the laboratory plays in the identification, the diagnosis of the pox virus. Like I've always said, knowledge is power, health is wealth. When you combine the knowledge you have, then you, with your wisdom as regards your health and wealth, then you will have a better society. The personnel, practitioners of all these various health fields, they have acquired knowledge, and that's why they can always help in putting you in good shape, and they themselves must be in very good shape. You can imagine if they acquire that knowledge, they surely have to use it to also maintain their own life. That's why they say knowledge is power. So going on into the field of viruses. Viruses are very, very microscopic. When we can talk of Electron, it's no longer a light microscope that is used to visualize them. We use electron microscope to visualize them. The biggest amongst them is the pox virus, although these days they found a virus bigger than that. And that's in the Guinness Book of World Record. But pox viruses are assumed to be the biggest before. And when you look at them, they are DNA viruses causing the same kind of problem on the skin. Or the monkeypox In their case, you will now find a situation of replication that is a similar, something 100% a resemblance with them, and now breaking out to infect more cells and bringing down the person, the host that harbors them. They go from one cell to the other, and so on and so forth, and so it becomes dangerous. The pattern of spread is usually what causes serious problem. But these days we have antiviral that can really take care of it. It's part of what I shall talk about when I present the slide. And we can also talk of the immunocompromised patients and patients that are HIV patient or immunosuppressed patient. But we must be very careful in our understanding of monkeypox virus. It's not different from smallpox virus. The only difference is in its virulence. Smallpox is very virulent, but monkeypox was first discovered in monkeys during a research. Those days, around the period when smallpox was very rampant. The situation of smallpox, Variola virus, were mutating to a less virulent stage of Yersinia, and even immunity being developed by cowpox patients. All these are stories that really helped in the study of immunization, where people are having lower experience, just like the experience with COVID-19. Those vaccinated, when they now experience the other strains of COVID-19, they come down with milder form of sickness, not as serious. That is exactly the experience with all these virulent. The most virulent has been smallpox virus. The monkeypox virus is not as virulent, but nevertheless, it's now re-emerging and becoming a serious concern. So at least 1 out of 10 people infected really die from this virus. So it's not something that one should take with kid club or treat with kid clubs, but what we must treat as if our life, very existence depends on it. And I'm very happy that WHO is not treating it lightly, and the way the developed world are containing it to make sure that people who are infected do not continue to spread this virus is a very good check. In the underdeveloped world, it can continue like that, but not in the developed world. And that's why we are very, very lucky that it has not become a pandemic so far. Like I said, I am going to talk more in the slide that comes after this, so that you can get a clearer understanding of the present situation of pox virus and the laboratory diagnosis, how we take charge of really diagnosing that this is it, and then the treatment that may likely follow. If you like what I am saying, please click the like button, click subscribe, press the notification button, and it will always be notified anytime my new presentation is out. Thank you for listening. Welcome back, everyone, and here we go again. The monkeypox laboratory diagnosis knowledge. From this picture, you can see the pox virus. Monkeypox really starts from the face. That's where you see the nodules at first before it goes to other part of the body. The definitions: monkeypox virus belongs to the family of octopox virus, very similar to variola virus, otherwise known as smallpox, now extinct since 1977, not heard of. They are DNA viruses with complex form, and the largest, although we have now another Guinness Book of World Record virus with the monkeypox virus as envelope. Monkeypox virus is regarded as causal of mild smallpox-like disease. And other members are cowpox viruses, also called Yersinia virus. They also have the ox virus and molluscum contagiosum, which all have nodules. They come out as big pustules. The clinical diagnosis could be gotten from the Medical Atlas by RTD. One can easily distinguish the appearances of the different pox viruses. This first picture shows the smallpox virus. You can see how dangerous all the space of the face, any space there. This is the malignant one. This person is close to die, is almost dying, and you can see how virulent smallpox was. But this is just the monkeypox. You can see there are spaces on the face of the small boy, telling you that small monkeypox is not as virulent as smallpox. Very important point to know: smallpox begins with markers, pink pimples on the skin. It progresses to red lesions called papules. The papules also grow bigger in size and is filled with fluid. Now they are called vesicles. The fluid change to pus, and you call them pustules throughout the body. And this is always life-threatening. But if vaccines or treatments are given, you can now see it subside and you see crust all over. Lab diagnosis. Generally, viruses, you use the electron microscope to really discover their shape, their Z shape. So it comes as a micrograph. The pox virus is a complex shape, has a complex shape, blood type. That's the two. This is the second one is even Yersinia virus. There is an in vitro diagnostic test kit also available these days that will detect it within 50 minutes. The samples collected are rashes, the scalpel, the fluids, the pustules, and even whole blood are used. You can also use molecular amplification of the DNA straight to identify it and confirm it. And the biopsy samples can also be gotten to use for diagnosis of pox virus. The treatment is simple. It's just vaccination as it was done to eradicate the smallpox virus. A new vaccine that was developed for smallpox, also known as Impanex, was approved in 2019. Yersinia, also the immunoglobulin, when you take the serum from the, just like the cowpox situation, may be recommended for severe cases. An antiviral that was developed to treat smallpox, tecovirimat, commercialized as T-Pox XS, was also approved for treatment of monkeypox in January 2020. If you like what you see, if you like this presentation, you can subscribe. The medication